This is Inside Indiana Business Radio for the afternoon of Wednesday, July 29th, 2026. I'm Alex Brown. A coalition of business, government, education, and community leaders in Northwest Indiana is getting set to launch an initiative designed to bolster the region's competitiveness and attract national and international investment. One region plans to officially introduce the ReShore Indiana campaign, which CEO Matthew Wells said will serve as a call to action for businesses and regional leaders to take advantage of the assets that Northwest Indiana has to offer.
When you think about the sheer scale of economic growth that's going to occur in the next couple of decades, it's going to land in places that really have a deep understanding of what their competitive assets are and can put those together into a formula that is very attractive to the folks making those investment decisions.
The campaign will formally launch in September. Lafayette Instrument, a manufacturer of scientific instrumentation equipment, has acquired Germany-based Avasoft Bioacoustics, though financial terms were not disclosed. Avasoft develops hardware and software used in ultrasonic vocalization research. Jasper-based German American Bancorp is reporting record second quarter net income of $38.2 million, up from $33.2 million during the same period last year. CEO Neil Dobby said the results show the bank is well positioned for continued profitability as it moves into the second half of 2026. From the number one source for Indiana business news, this is Inside Indiana Business Radio.
West Central Indiana is essential to Indiana's future. Join IBJ Media, Inside Indiana Business, and the state of Indiana to explore regional growth Thursday, August 13th in Terre Haute for Innovate West Central Indiana, presented by CareSource, Indiana University, and Old National Bank. Featuring Governor Mike Braun and business and community leaders, join us at the Indiana State University Holman Center Thursday, August 13th in Terre Haute. RSVP now at ibj.com/innovate.
As a counselor at Adams High School in South Bend, Jessica Fuller guides students toward college every day. Guiding them toward a trade is another matter. That gap is what led her to apply for the South Bend Regional Chamber's Educator Externship program, a paid opportunity that places teachers and counselors inside local businesses for a first-hand look at industries they know little about. She chose the trades.
As a school counselor, it's one of the things I know the least about, okay. And because kids are not wanting to go to college as much anymore, I don't know how to guide them and direct them into this field. As school counselors, we know all about applying for college, we know all about how to help kids go that direction, but nobody's telling us how to help our kids get into the trades. How do I help my student get connected to an apprenticeship? Until yesterday, I didn't even know what a sheet metal worker did.
Fuller spent 3 days with local mechanical contractor D.A. Dodd watching journeymen and apprentices build the heating and cooling systems that keep buildings running. She left D.A. Dodd already planning her next move. She wants a union representative to visit Adams High School the same way a college recruiter does each fall. Mark Bruin, president and CEO of the National Bank of Indianapolis, plans to retire early next year after more than a quarter century with the company, the bank announced today. As part of the leadership transition, longtime bank executive Doug Talley has been promoted to president effective August 3rd and will join the bank's board of directors. The bank has engaged J. Scott Petty, a managing partner at Chicago-based executive search firm Chartwell Partners, to lead the search for its next CEO. Bruin will remain in place at the bank until a new CEO is found. It's estimated that the creative economy contributes billions of dollars to the Indiana economy, and after years of work, a trade association has been launched to advocate for the industry. The Creative Economy Leadership Alliance, or CELA, aims to elevate the voice of creative businesses in legislative, policy, and economic development conversations, says board chair Polina Osherov.
We want to make sure that there are policies and investments in place to support the individuals who are creating jobs and growing companies and investing in talent in place here in Indiana through creative industries.
The organization said it will continue developing its legislative and policy agenda in advance of the next session of the Indiana General Assembly. IU Indianapolis Chancellor Latha Ramchand is this week's guest on the Business and Beyond podcast with Gary Dick, presented by PNC, a weekly conversation with high-profile Hoosiers in business, sports, and entertainment, and beyond. Available now on the IBJ Media app or your favorite podcast provider. I'm Alex Brown for Inside Indiana Business Radio on Demand.